Independence from porn. I'm Dr. Trish Leigh. Let's talk about it. In this video, we are going to discuss three things. Number one, what is independence and why is it so important? Number two, how does independence show up in your brain performance pattern? And number three, how to achieve it. Okay, so number one, what is the definition of independence? We're celebrating the 4th of July or Independence Day in the United States right now. And I wanted to bring you a message of the freedom that our forefathers fought so hard for. Independence means not being controlled by anything else in matters of conduct. Think about that for a minute. It is freedom of thinking or acting. It is not being dependent on anything else for your behaviors and your actions of your body and your mind. Okay, so we in the United States fought so hard so long ago to become independent from another country that was controlling us, was dictating what we could do, what we would say, how we would act. Independence. Okay, so how does independence show up in your brain performance pattern? When you are dependent on something to regulate your mood, like pornography, it is helping your brain performance pattern that is functioning at less than optimal. So dependence equals that brain performance pattern that's out here in the extremes, too fast and too slow. A brain that is running too fast and needs to be calmed down, it's running too slow and it needs to be stimulated, or it needs both of them simultaneously. That is the opposite of an independent brain, which creates independent thought and action. That is a dependent brain, speeds out in the extremes. Now, an independent brain is one that's functioning in the zone, in the optimal zone in the middle of calm focus. So if your brain is in the middle and it's making the speed for calmness and for focus, you don't need anything to calm you or to stimulate you. You're already calm and you're already jazzed up about your life. Okay, so how do you achieve independence from a pornography, especially a compulsive pornography habit? You have to get your brain into that optimal zone. So just like our forefathers who had to go to work to be able to achieve the independence from England that was controlling us and that dictated our thoughts and actions, our forefathers had to go to war. They had to fight. They had to leave their homes and leave their families, leave their honeys, if you know what I mean. They had to eat their horses at one point in history. They had no money. They had rations. They had to do the work to strive for and to achieve independence. Now, you may have to do the work to strive for and achieve your independence from your pornography habit, but thankfully, you will not have to eat your pets. What you will have to do is do the work that's appropriate. And in the program that I've created, and you don't have to do it with me if you don't want to, but I'm going to tell you the parameters. In the program that I've created are the pieces that you need to go to work on so that you can move forward and engage in the process so that you can evolve and become the better independent version of yourself. And I call it a 3x3 approach. It's the Porn Brain Reboot approach, 3x3. Now here's the threes. Unwire, rewire, and hardwire your brain for the optimal brain performance pattern. So you have to unwire the brain pattern that you have your brain in for so long. So your brain's likely been in the porn brain mode of running too fast, running too slow, running both of them, needing to be calmed and stimulated. You have to unwire that pattern by not watching pornography, not allowing yourself to get sucked in Instagram or social media or pictures or videos, staying away from triggering stimuli so that your brain pattern can unwire and begin to heal itself. Also, there's work to be done in the past. We know that a pornography habit most times is established as a way of self-soothing and regulating your mood because of childhood trauma or experiences, dysfunction. And we all have dysfunction in our past, unfortunately, for all of us, but it's just a matter of what magnitude, how small or big those experiences are, and what flavor they are. But they get stuck in your nervous system. I see it in people's brains all the time. So you have to resolve childhood experiences that have caused you pain or discomfort. Sometimes that's difficult for people to even see what they are, and it's even more difficult to resolve. There's techniques that you can use. So that's one piece of the work that needs to be done to move towards independence, unwire that brain pattern. Next, you need to rewire your brain towards the optimal healthy brain pattern. The easiest way to do that is through brain training, neuroscience, using technology. I've created a very affordable, easy, short course, Brain Training 101. It's on the Porn Brain Reboot website. You can check it out. You can learn how to train your brain back to the optimal pattern faster and easier than if you were to try other methods. But of course, in the Porn Brain Reboot approach, you also want to reboot your routines, your habits, your thought processes, your physical environments, your mental environment, your emotions. The more things that you change in your life, you rewire your brain through your body and your mind. So when you rewire your brain in those two ways, it's a top-down approach using brain training and a bottom-up approach using your mind and body to change the way that you're living your life right now. The third part of that piece of the 3x3 approach is that you have to hardwire your brain in so that you can have long-term results. So many people who try to leave porn behind are able to do so for a little while, but they don't get the positive feedback loop for long-term change established. You have to establish that positive feedback loop by pattern interrupting and establishing new patterns so that it becomes its own self-rewarding cycle in the end. It can be done. You can do it. So that's the 3x3 approach. It is unwiring, rewiring, hardwiring. In the past, you have to dip back into the past, a little historical dig. You don't have to stay there too long if you don't need to. Dip into the past, change your routines and your habits in the present, and set yourself up for a lifestyle that doesn't need porn into the future so that you can hardwire in that pattern for the long haul. You can do that without me, and if you need me, I'm here for you. Okay, I hope you enjoy this Independence holiday in the United States. For any of you not in the United States, freedom and independence is a beautiful thing. And if you don't have it from pornography, I hope you can set towards striving and achieving it in this upcoming year so that next Independence Day, when we sit here together, I'm congratulating you on your 365-day streak because I know you can do it if you want it. I know you can. You can if you want it. Those are the pieces. So go for it. Okay, and remember, control your brain or it'll control you.